whoever it is, wherever you are. I've been kind of distracted all day. I did get out for a little ride and walk. We've had a little bit of a break in the heat. I think when last I looked, it'll be back in a little bit. But we're still stuck on clocks and cores and doors. So I think we're mainly going to be working on dead ends while we've got a good constellation for it. Blue notes, just because maybe there's a clue in there. And then maybe try and take it a little bit slow at times and see if we just notice something we've overlooked that will also give us a clue. Okay, we have no bonus right now. We're still on king. We're not necessarily messing with curses right now, so I guess we could... Well, I guess right now I'm trying to leave that door open. I don't know what switching would do to the door. We do have a better idea how to open that when we get an idea. It's just that if we then have to do the wait again... well, classrooms would certainly be a thing. We should probably get some kind of blessing going. We've got a big list of rooms to monk. So that would take like all of our money. I mean, that would be fine. We also want to mess around with spreads at some point. I mean, I don't think there's going to be anything major there, but it would be a curiosity. Wait, no, it's not 77, is it? Maybe it is. This is a higher end one. Oh, yep, that's 77. Right, so that actually means this is like the second tier, or second top tier blessing. Could be good. This is one of the, could be necessary, but although it is one of the rooms that we want, to blue note. So is the Nook. Yeah, so is the Nook. We've done Den. Of course, all of these are going to be pretty common, so we're going to have to dodge them pretty hard. And I might kind of need to pick one at a time, so we can still be drafting the rest. And I'm least sure if this will even be possible. We don't have the money today. That's 3 squared. Okay, so 13, 31, 30, minus 15. 20. Okay, so 1. squared. And that's it. It was just about stacking operations. We do have a lot of forwards here, which is going to be a little bit messy. Don't have any carryover stuff. Okay, not a lot of money right now. Could probably stand to have a dead end right now. Okay, so now that that's there, and we know that this is going to be something up against a wall. And we haven't got observatory yet, so it might not be a good dead-end day. That would be the optimal fit, even though we don't have a shovel. I don't know if I see an item in there. Let's see, we have done parlor. I think coin purse is the main thing that'll spawn in here. We already got it. There's at least one true statement. There's at least one true statement. The gems are in the blue box. The gems are in a box with 2 statements. That is true. Okay, so those... That's 2 statements, which makes it qualify for this, but it is otherwise... They're tied together, so they're either both true or both false. If this is entirely true... then nothing is entirely false. So it cannot be entirely true. So one of these has to be entirely false. Well, they're bound together, so it really comes down to gems are in a box with 2 statements. And we're assuming that that is the statement above. Or just the word that is somehow true, and I don't know what that even means. Or is it a continuation? The gems are in a box with 2 statements, and, by extension, a box with 2 statements that is true. And then this is just the confusion is in how it's written, not in the actual logic of it. Or the ambiguity of how it's written. Okay, you cannot be entirely true. Which means that either the gems are in the blue box. At least one true statement, at least one true statement. If you are entirely false, then everything is entirely false. You are also not a box that is entirely false. Which actually means you cannot be entirely true or entirely false. Well, I guess that sort of follows necessary logic that one of the other 2 is true and the other one is false, but... Oh, you know what? The gems are in the blue box. If that is true, the gems are in a box with 2 statements. Which probably means it has to be black. Because those would both have to go together. Whereas it could be a box with 2 statements. Now, 2 statements that are true would then, by extension... And this is one of those things where you take it... where you have 2 things that are false, implying a third that is... 2 things that are implying empty means it has to be in the third. So if blue box is false, we would say that blue box is empty. And if a box is 2 statements, well, I mean, that would be 2 things. No, one of them has to be entirely true. So either they're in a... well, if they're in the blue... yeah, so I think it has to be black. Because if you're true, then you're true. And you can be true. And you can be false. And the only problem is the ambiguity of how it's written. That it might be a box with 2 statements that is true, rather than a box with 2 statements, that statement is true. It's kind of on the game if it's just written wrong. Flower gems. Okay, we've been to that wall. Maybe I should try to do an up and over maneuver, see if we get a tunnel across for kicks. We have no green rooms. I guess we could... but then our tunnel would be gone. I guess not this time. So then we have no point in doing the up and over maneuver. Since the tunnel is gone, there'll be 2 very close workshops. Not really any money yet. I can't avoid both of those. We could just stick this here so it's not in the way. But this is really a good dead-end spot. That would be kinda okay. Okay, that would fully solve security doors. That would also be an okay place for a dead end. Okay, lots of branchy stuff, lots of things going into walls. So the pool is actually something we need to get notes on. Dark room is not even a candidate. I think we're good on drawing room. Yeah, and they're all going to be a mutual... one dead end and one mutual door. I guess it would save us the trouble walking back over here. Well, since that has a door, and we almost... Well, now the utility closet's right there. We could just go do it. Let's say that would connect and solve our doors. And give us a terminal. I forgot about the terminal part. Two file cabinet keys. Alright, that's a double okay, well there's just a... There's an outright one. Now, you're saying that I hid. The other one almost feels like someone else may have hit it. So there could be a second one there. Now also, there was the whole thing about the red herring in the aquarium. So we should probably drain the aquarium again and take a really close look sometime. See if there's a second mark of some sort. Nope. I wish I could look at my packet without changing it. I'm messing around with the fireplace, but I never actually take it. This could actually be like a set to 40. It would be a very specific combination. We would have to have master key for that one. Yeah, I want to try that out. Which, I mean, maybe. Each time you eat an apple, whenever you dropped a shop room. So this means that we should kind of be pretty liberal with dice. Okay, garage we would like to see higher up. We didn't even pick this as a condition. Of course, we don't... well, no, we have the ability to open the door. So that would be one thing to check out. Still not a lot of money. This is getting closer to foundation convenience. I have one free redraw here. Dice, but effectively a dead end. May or may not connect to something. But we're in a position to reset our dice a lot, so... yeah, we're not... oh, but these dice are just sitting here. I can go pick them up when I won't get to a point where I want to redraw stuff. That's a thing I don't think about enough. Now we are moving forward. We probably need to go back to the other side of the house at some point. Okay, that could be nice. Okay, no items in this one. Well, okay, I guess this is an item. Yeah, we are a ways back. I wouldn't mind pushing for foundation. Got just enough to do that. Be net positive gems. It's like we keep not using our dice because it's like acceptable. The rolls are always good enough. Oh no, the observatory goes, and it's probably too late to do a what's it run, but that's kind of the only set of stars we got. Oh no, oh, we overspent a little bit. Okay. So I'm not going to do that anyway. So then we have the option to come down. Okay, so there's a workshop off of the foundation. Another easy to access point. Not a lot of green rooms yet. That would be up with 2 doors down there. But we have the shop redraws, so... That would only be down, unfortunately. You know what? I've been thinking that I'm curious. I've been noticing some things in other streams, so I'm kind of curious about advancing this room. We don't really... It's like there's nice stuff, but we're fine without it also. I guess the big problem is that it's kind of a path. Okay, so we have a telescope, maybe a stopwatch. So it looks like we've got a plane and a picture so far. That does mean we probably should draft the rest of the house before going back there. Now see if I take that back. Well, the security system's off. So we can call from that side, but we can't call from this side. So if passageway connected, we wouldn't have our elevator. But it's a pretty long walk back. Alright, so we're not doing Draxus. We're just kind of trying to get the rank 8 stuff. I keep forgetting to look at my to-do list. Don't have a magnifying glass. We have many mysteries. Oh, I had some terminal stuff to try out. Shovel stuff. Yeah, I'd probably need to separate the things that are like loose ends, but not things I can really do at a given day from... Or the mysteries from, like, the experiments we need to do. Because there's lots of things that are mysterious, but we can't directly test most of the time. I never did this. With my couple of coins. Alright, so we got the passageway. Ooh, that side's more likely to be locked. Yeah, we might just be kind of stuck on keys this time. We did use up our dice, haven't drawn a shop room yet. We haven't drawn any way to recover steps yet. Okay, so the two middles are partitioned off. I guess I should just snap that. We can throw it away later. Okay, slightly wasted. We have had the drawing room. Oh, that's gymnasium, not anything terrible. We're putting a lot of faith in the kennel. I guess I really just want to get to the back. That would have been a nice connection, but we can also just go around. So the key situation not looking good. Yeah, what did you give me? Maybe you did give me a couple keys, but just we haven't gotten many. Yeah, it's just that. Ouch! This is why I guess I should take other doors. Okay, so there's also something metal. Let's see. So this was a key, and this is untested. Shoot. Okay, so what's 81? Which is 31. Yeah, just the gems and gems. No keys. So the spyglass is not gonna do huge things for us. Man. I just got, and then I ran back here and ran back. Okay. Like, man, I just went to the dormitory. And then I went to the study, but it's like so far up there, I don't think it's a net win. So it's actually, I guess that is kind of a bad spot for it, isn't it? It's too many steps back there. You don't have anything on your book, do you? Are you also carrying a book? Or are they just weird folds? And something else. I kept up and noticing other streams. $820 something. Could we relate that to our problem in any way? Let's see. So if it's sacred hour, then that would be like an inversion. Because we don't have the same angle relationship between the two hands. Man, that feels like it's so much closer to the 9 than like a not even halfway through. Maybe that's perspective. Did I see something here? Maybe it was this. Because that would be interactable. It's definitely a place I haven't looked around in a long time. Wait, oh, which... We got Geist, bedroom... Boudoir, and dormitory. I hate that clock. I think it's just broken, and I hope there's not some incredible secret behind it. Ah, okay. Well, we can try that next time we're out there, then. Okay, we're not too far to that one. Yes, I don't know if this is locked, but it might just be the, That is going to be the locked wing. Oh yeah, I guess the chapel's actually heard enough to affect us at this point. Man, we're going to start getting into the locked side of things, too. That is bedroom, but we don't have a magnifying glass. Yeah, we might get stopped by keys on this one. Well, that is rank 8, so we can maybe be able to get something done here. Okay. Okay, we can do one thing with the garage. And we got a bunch of keys, which might help us out elsewhere. Ooh, can I just get out here fast enough to look at the garage door? Okay, so nothing we can see. We might need the car keys. Can't get close enough to see if there's like something in there. Still not in sight, and we know there are areas of the room we can't access. I mean, I guess this... Man, this entire part of the outside is, in a sense, part of this room. But it feels like too large of an area. If it was out here, it would have to be kind of in plain sight. Because it's such a large area. Oh my gosh. They're actually both here. It's like so much of the house just seems to be fixed no matter what room you put there. I guess the outdoor rooms have to actually swap in. Okay, so this is the exclusive section. And this one suggests the second story, but we can never get up there. I mean, this kind of suggests some sort of attic space, too. I know... I know we have seen it from the clock tower. Ah. That almost looks more like the antechamber, though. But maybe... Is it only appear if you've been into it? Because I do seem to remember, like... I was looking up and there's like an opening there to the air. Maybe 46 itself only appears once you drafted it? So then that thing is the antechamber? I don't know if it's particular to the clock tower or because I happen to have been into room 46 when I was in the clock tower that one time. We could definitely see a thing with a moon on top of it. Alright, well, now we have more keys, and we are getting close to here. But there's going to be lots of locked doors. Okay, well that is a shop. Can't really buy anything, but it restocks our dice. It's nice that the... Well, it's not good branches. Okay, oh, closet. Still a level 1 classroom. Conservatory. Ooh. Let's see, so office, I'm pretty sure we have. Pool we don't have. We don't need to have water in it. Because there is some stuff that's floating in the pool when, Oop, I didn't necessarily need to pick those up yet, but okay. Wait, so I've got 2 dice way down here. And anytime I'm drawing, I guess I could also end up overwriting those, so. Only one location where every room in the drafting pool can be drafted. That would be outside with the monk, right? Because it is technically, it appears in the draft. Okay, and then we have another rank 8. Aw, so freezer is one of our rooms, but that's pretty much just the end of the day. Still, it's been a very elusive one to get. The question is, are we gonna need to be able to enter the second section to find the note? That could be a thing. And we, I guess if we, now you see, I could have done that if we were able to spend money. If I'd thought of that before, well, you don't know. I guess oh, no, we can see it. Upgraded rooms. Interesting. Because I've never tried doing upgraded rooms. That could have been a useful hint if we were there. So I guess we could... So this is a thing we could do. We're pretty high up here. We could go fishing. We could go fishing for a furnace or a sauna. I guess we have sauna in the pool now. I guess our freezer stuff is protected until we do, so there's not really a whole lot lost by doing it. But it should still be... Well, the freezer... The the furnace would be close to freezer, so we might not be able to refreeze, but... I mean, arguably any fireplace should work, but that's not how it's been described to us. Oh, and I guess I didn't think about that. This is probably random. Okay, this is another reference to spirals and 6 things. There's also the 2112 or 3223, I guess. I guess maybe those are supposed to be like kind of like resistors. So I don't know if that's like actual electronic symbology. Not quite sure. So like some kind of coil. I think some of those are grounds. I'm not sure about the multiple dashes. Yeah, so like, is it something else? And also, where did it come from? Because like the other stuff that appeared here has been lost from somewhere. You're not on the right rank. We'll love you in a little bit. See, library, mailroom, greenhouse. Wait, don't we have... Oh, we can't use gems. I guess I should have taken the turn. Can't use gems. No, you still have to have the gems. You just don't lose them. So yeah, not being able to redraw is a little bit of a problem. And that would only be useful if we got something else, but actually not, because we lost the metal detector. I don't know if I really want to spend stars on this. No, it's not frozen specifically. Well, okay, so maybe there is some weird thing with frozen assets. Where it says, okay, you have enough, but it's okay because you don't actually reduce them. I didn't think of trying that. But in general, stopwatch will not let you do a trophy room if you don't have enough gems. You still have to have the resources, it doesn't spend them. Same thing with keys. You don't spend keys, but you have to have keys if you have a locked door. Alright, well, we're pretty much done. I guess we grab that just in case it happens to have a magnifying glass in it. Can't really do anything with that. Can't really do anything with that. Can't take gems. We know that this is... well, let's say the family core is unlocked by its digits. We don't know what its digits mean. Or by the sum of its digits. We have no idea how to input that. Or if it even applies to that. Well, I mean, I guess Sauna's not a terrible place to end. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, so the temperature's going to be going up. We can run back and... oh, actually, I guess I could do that, too. I don't know if I have the steps, though. Is there something else up there? Okay. Oh, if a point is to get a magnifying glass, we might just lose it going through, so... yeah, I guess the items aren't really a thing. Well, that we might have... that we might have kind of wanted. Yeah, I don't know if I'll make it back to freezer now. That might be a penny wise and pound foolish kind of thing. Because going back for the 3 cost us everything. I think you always do that. I don't know if it's a running shoes specific thing. Architect's Hunting Lodge. Alright, so there's no way that we've got time for the run. Oh, and because we were focused on the freezer, we didn't try to do anything useful with Monk. So, rip a day of that bonus. I don't know if I was near anything of interest, though. I mean, you or somebody talked about starting off with Lost and Found. But that's more practical than experimental. Notes and pool and freezer. And we like avoided drafting the Nook, but never got it in the right spot. That was kind of that. Did a full close on that.